Everyone, thanks for being along. That winter blast is here. We even saw sleet just outside the KOCO studios. Snow, sleet, even a little bit of freezing rain coming down earlier today in the Lawton area. A lot to get to.
It sure is. Thanks for being with us, Abigail Ogle, Evan Onstad. We have our chief meteorologist, Damon Lane, meteorologist Jonathan Condor with us here in the studio. And we have a whole cast of characters and crews spread out across the metro and state. So, Damon, let's get it over to you right now as this storm starts moving into the metro.
Yeah, and it's only going to continue to pick up as we go into the next couple of hours here. So the changeover from sleet to a lot more snow is certainly already taking a hold here. You can see it's a lot of white, a lot of blue, and so the darker the blue, the heavier the snow. We're gonna go out to all of our chasers. So I'm gonna go out to Storm Command, then we'll go to Nick, and then Amanda, Jason, and then up to Shane here. So let me first go out to Storm Command. Michael, what are things like where you are?
Yeah, we're down at Blanchard, Damon, and snow continues to come down at a pretty good pace now. I would say it's still kind of light to moderate, but it's very fine, kind of a powder-like snow, so it's blowing around a lot. But you can see just that's on the main highway that runs through Blanchard right here. And looking over there at the memorial, you can see still quite a bit of snow falling in the flag shot in the parking lots. They're continuing to see snow. In fact, they're snow covered now as I look at one of the businesses here in downtown Blanchard.
Yeah, I definitely see that. And so it's so cold that we're going to have no problem at all with the snow sticking to the road. Let me jump over to Nick Smith here. Nick, we see you as well south of Oklahoma City, down by Norman. How are conditions like here, Nick?
Yeah, Damon. So I'm right over by Riverwind Casino, and you can see, man, we're getting that light, like what Michael just talked about, moderate at times snow coming down. And at the bottom of my shot, you can actually see the wind blowing that snow around as well. It's windy out here. It's cold as well. So the roads, I-35, definitely have some slick spots down here by Highway 9 West. And Highway 9 West does have some slick spots at the junction of I-35. Back to you.
Yeah, we can definitely see that wind blowing around that powdery snow right there. Absolutely. Okay, let's go back over to the radar. And we're going to jump up into, let's see here. Let's go up into Oklahoma County where Jason Hill currently is. Let me bring Jason in here. Jason, welcome to the team. How are things where you are right now, Jason?
Things are good right now. We don't really have a whole lot of snowfall. I mean, we've got a little bit that is falling. We're kind of in this pocket, though, where it's falling all around us. We're currently making our way back to the west. We just left Grand Casino. They had some moderate snowfall there, but I see some bands coming in towards the Midwest City area, so we're going to head that direction. As of right now, the roads are great. Everybody's taking it nice and slow, which is very good to see. So we're going to make our way back to the west and see if we can get into some of these heavier bands. Back to you.
Yeah, great job there, Jason. And certainly as we go into the evening here, the snow is going to pick up in intensity. So we're watching the snow coming down. Let's go out to Canadian County here where we have Amanda. Amanda, watching the snow. Looks like the intensity has probably picked up a little bit here in the last couple of minutes. Amanda, how's it looking where you are?
Yes, Damon, it has. We are right here in El Reno off of Country Club, and we jumped off of I-40 just now. We wanted to make sure, kind of check it out. I-40, as of right now, is good, but we do have some light accumulations here on the grass. But like you know, everyone's been saying it's so dry, it's just kind of blown across the pavement here. But road conditions, that is, in the El Reno and I-40 here are good at the moment. So we'll definitely keep you updated. I'm sure these conditions will deteriorate soon, Damon.
Yeah, this is about hour number one of a 36-hour snow event. Let me go up to Shane Helton up in northwestern Oklahoma. Shane, up in the northwest, how are things?
Well, Damon, it's been snowing up here for just about 45 minutes, maybe an hour now, and it has really covered everything. It started out with a light freezing drizzle, but then it switched over to this snow. And I know right now we're just out here on the east side of Moreland, and here in just a minute you'll probably be able to see in the camera that this road actually has quite a bit of snow on it. But it is a little bit slick if you have to hit the brakes hard, or if you hit the brakes fast when you're leaving from a stop sign or a stoplight or something like that. It is a little bit slick. So folks, take it easy this evening if you've got to get out and about. If you've got to take your, come home or something like that from work, just take it easy. You can get home right now. So it'll be all okay but come tomorrow, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Damon, back to you.
Yeah, and we can definitely tell that the roads have been treated here. We can see those lines. And so ODOT has been out absolutely treating the roads. This is the very start of what's going to be, again, a weekend-long snow event. Jonathan, you're watching the radar closely here. Good to see at least that pink getting pushed farther down to the south, a lot more snow. What stands out to you right here?
Yeah, that's a really good question. One thing I like to do, I love all the tools that we have here, and one thing with dual pole technology. So the radar beam, it can shoot horizontal and vertical, and we measure the change in each beam, right? And we can tell the type of precip that's in the beam. We put this mosaic, the algorithm on there does a really good job painting the colors. So for example, you get into the pink, right? This is going to be a little winter mix. Blue should be snow. That dual pole technology, some of the information I'm looking at here, I can tell you most of the snow north of Pauls Valley looks to me like a solid dry snow. But as you drop south of Pauls Valley to Wynnewood, that snow is actually a very wet snow. And then as you get further south, I'm getting reports down near Sulphur, Mill Creek, and then over towards Ada that snow changes over to a little bit of sleet. So the good news, that sleet zone, it is hitting southern Oklahoma. We're hearing about a wreck now in the Arbuckles on I-35. I imagine that because that's sleet over the roads. But I feel like for us here in Oklahoma City, now that we've changed over to snow, hopefully we stay over in the snow for the remainder of the evening, which is really good because if we were to get, a half inch of sleet or more, that sleet hits the ground, little ice pellets, right? They start as a snowflake, they melt, they refreeze, they ping off the trees and the power lines, really good, but then they get on the ground and it's like a glaze of ice. I think if you know what you're doing on snow and you have four-wheel drive and good tires, you could probably get out and about tomorrow morning. If we had that sleet underneath, it would be like ice skating rink. So I like this trend on radar. It's great that we're seeing the dry snow. We're seeing snow, not sleet. We'll have to watch it. Sometimes we can have a changeover back, but I think we are trending towards a really good trend here for OKC. Hopefully snow for the remainder of the night. Remember, this is wave number 1. Wave number 2, heavy duty, comes tomorrow night. So don't wake up tomorrow morning and go, where's my 10 inches of snow? We'll get a lot more Saturday night.
Yeah, we certainly will. And so as new data is coming in right now, whether it's 8 inches of snow that falls or 10 or 12 or whatever, it's all going to be very difficult to travel when all is said and done. So we definitely have the snow coming in. And as you heard Jonathan mention, it's going to come in a couple of waves here. Let me go over to Abby. Evan, I know you all have some information coming in right now, and definitely traffic is becoming an issue out here as well.
I thought this was interesting. As we are streaming live, thank you everyone watching us right now. I thought this was interesting. Craig said Chickasha is getting slippery. These are just comments that you are chiming in, and continue to do that. Send in videos,
Absolutely.
Photos, comments. Let us know what you are seeing where you are. In Elk City, big snowflakes, heavy snow in Norman. Ted said that it's snowing in Clinton right now. It's just all over. Shawnee did have some sleet for a little bit, that according to Justin on our Facebook page. Paul wants to know how much snow Enid is going to get. And then Kayla said, Nick. Oh, she's a big Nick fan.
Oh.
Nick Smith.
And who isn't, really?
That's exactly right.
My favorite comment right now is from Rolando. And he said, "Are we cooked?" Which I love because that's something my son says all the time. He always says, "We're cooked."
We're cooked. No, I don't think so, especially
No,
since
of course
that
not.
ice has started to stay a little bit farther south.
Which shot is this, guys? What shot is this? This is Nick's shot.
That's Nick's shot. Nick just got a shout out. I did want to quickly mention power outages. That's something that we watch every time we have one of these weather events. Not seeing anything substantial right now, and that's likely because the ice threat has, subsided a little bit. We do have a few customers, maybe 25 with OG&E out of power right now. And then all of the state of Oklahoma, I know many of you don't have OG&E, the different co-ops, only about 63 customers out. That still is it's an impact, of course, with the weather like this and the cold temperatures, but it could be much worse. We've covered so many ice storms together at this point. Our power outages, that's always a big concern,
Certainly.
and we see them in the tens of thousands sometimes.
And of course, as the meteorologists in here will tell us, we are just getting started with this
Yes.
storm. This is going to be a multi-day thing. And then, Damon, as we were talking about, as you're taking a look here at
That's
live,
Michael's shot.
That's First Alert Storm Command, our field meteorologist. He's out there in Blanchard area, so he's giving us that. You see the snow coming down. But Damon, we talk about this even after the snow is done. It's going to be so cold. the impact, the snow, whatever ice is on the ground, it's going to last for a while.
I think the temperature is the most dangerous aspect.
I mean, if you're not, listen, if you're outside, absolutely.
Oh, and I mean, you're feeling it, and it doesn't take long. You're outside for a minute, you can really feel the cold. By the way, one thing I'm noticing on the radar right now is a band of heavier snow that is certainly developing, and it's moving up the turnpike right now, and so it's going to be this dark blue. So while the snow intensity has been there, I'm seeing some darker greens and even some yellows. That's going to indicate probably some bigger snowflakes and even some brighter banding as well moving up to the northeast. There's not a ton of instability in the atmosphere this evening, but there's just a little bit. And so we're going to have to watch our lightning counter here. Right now, we're not getting any thunder snow or any thunder sleet or anything like that. But should we begin to watch our lightning counter begin to tick up a bit, you can get some real intense bands of snow that can just change things over in about 5 minutes here. So we are going to be watching that as this continues to lift up to the northeast. So if there's anything that's really helping us out, at least for the time being, it's just how cold it is and how dry the snow is. The colder it gets, the less moisture the snow has. And so it tends to be a bit more wispy. It blows around. And so that can at least keep the pavement exposed. And so what we're hoping does not happen here is that we just cover the roads completely with a hard snowpack. But just know that we're only about 1.5 hours into this, and we still have a lot more to go. You're going to go to bed tonight, it's snowing. You're going to wake up tomorrow morning, it's snowing. You're going to go to bed tomorrow night, it's snowing. You're going to wake up Sunday morning, it's still snowing for a little bit, but the storm will be wrapping up for us on Sunday here. So let me go back over to Storm Command if I can. And by the way, in a little bit, we are going to do a cut-in on KOCO 5, so we'll be wrapping this up. But Michael, looking at your shot right now down by Blanchard, how much is sticking to the roads here?
Well, we're right along Highway 62, and we're right here pretty much right in the heart of Blanchard. There's a cool memorial here to our armed services, and that's what's in my shot. I'm going to turn off my 360 cam here for just a minute off the infrared. And so what it does when that infrared is on, it picks up anything that's really close to the camera lens. So now that that's turned off, now you can kind of see the pavement and how much snow is on it, and it's almost completely covered. I mean, there are some spots where it's not covered, but let me show you as I kind of go up to a side road right here. Look at the side road, and Damon, that's totally covered. So I think the only reason that we're seeing any of those pockets right now is just because there has been some traffic going through Blanchard on Highway 62. But as I kind of bring the camera back around, we did just see an ODOT crew come through, and I mean, he went right through that area right there, and you can see it's pretty much already covered back up again.
Yeah, we can definitely see that there. So there's, again, we have a long ways to go. Let me send it back over to Abby and Evan for an update here.
Damon, we know this isn't just an Oklahoma event. This is possibly a historic storm for a huge swath of the country. The president, Donald Trump, has now chimed in on this, and he just said he has been briefed on the record cold wave and the historic winter storm that will be hitting much of the U.S. this weekend. He says his administration is coordinating with state and local officials, adding that FEMA is fully prepared to respond. He went on to say, stay safe and stay warm. President DJT.
We just have about 30 seconds here. So just going to let you know that we are going to be taking a break here. We're going to be stepping aside, getting ready to go back on air over at KOCO 5. So we're going to pretty much do what we're doing here, but for our audience on television. Then we'll come back online. And so we're going to keep this going throughout the night. Listen, we're not going anywhere. All right. We got a late night. You have an even later night than me. And we'll see you back here very soon, right here online. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.